but shouldn't matter too much. We're not going to miss too much here. One, two. Oh, what happened there? Oh, Paul, gifting a sub. Thank you, mate. And congratulations, Medic. You get to use my amazing emotes, which is the thing that I'm most excited about being affiliate, was the emotes. If I ever manage to do so you get one animated GIF slot when you become affiliate, which is a little bit disappointing, but you can get extra ones by people getting subs and stuff like that. There's like some sort of point scheme, which I haven't really looked at. So I'm hoping that one day magically the point scheme tips over and I get more animated emote slots, because that's what I really want. Okay, let's see if this goes in. Oh, it's not actually clearance hole. It's not getting clearance here. It's kind of tapping as I screw it through here, which is okay. I'm a little bit worried about that cracking, so I'm going to back that out. I really don't want this to crack. It's really important this remains a strong piece. And let me just catch on to the chat. Okay. All right, we've got ukulele strumming in the background. I missed the reference to that, so sorry. You've never been offered a sausage at a polling station, Paul? What? How is that possible? You need to go and find the electoral map thing. Like there must be an equivalent for Victoria. Like I don't think it's just New South Wales that has this, but you need to go and use that search feature that tells you where the sausage sizzles are. Always am I able to improvise tools and processes. Thank you, Willie. I'm learning as I go, and most of my learning, or at least 50% of my learning, is by stuffing it up and figuring out how to extricate myself from the situation. And sometimes that means inventing some things. Or a lot of times I'll do something because I've seen someone else do a similar thing, and then I'll just copy it. So for example, yesterday I made this thing here, which is an organ pipe. You can also hook up to an electric motor. We're going to make some of these today as well. That's after we've done the guitar bit. We're going to make some of these, because I want to have a chat thing where you can type in, !, organ or whatever, and it's going to go and play a bunch of these pipes. So we're going to get to that. But to make this, you need to make a box. It's basically just a little box. And there's many ways you can make a box. The simplest way is to do butt joins, where you just butt one up when that edge get up against the other. And you just need to make sure it's a nice 90 degrees. And there's different ways you can do that with corner clamps and stuff like that. The same video that one of the videos that I was watching about organ pipes, they had this cool little jig for doing it, which I'll show you as well, because I made this yesterday too. Okay, so this is from a piece of melamine particle board that I found on the side of the road a couple of weeks ago. Occasionally, if I see a couple of sheets of this around, I'll grab some, because it's handy to have a sheet of this at home, and it's cheap, but why buy it when it's there for free? So I keep one or two all the time with me. I use this one to make this little glue-up jig, and this is a great little jig for gluing up boxes. And I'm going to use it for all sorts of stuff now. So it's very simple. You have your two pieces of wood, and I'm trying to see if I've got a couple of pieces of wood I can demonstrate with. Probably not. Hang on, here we go. Yeah, okay, this will do. Okay. So if we want to get a nice 90-degree join, I've got one piece there, another piece there, and you just need to clamp them in place. And this ensures that it's going to be the correct angle. It's going to be exact 90 degrees, and it also gives you a surface to clamp to. So this is great. So I'm going to use this for all sorts of stuff. And yeah, I don't know what to say about that. But yeah, figuring out, so something like this is also something that I can adapt in future to do other things. So all of the things I figure out, they're all building on top of the previous things I figured out. And sometimes you just take it a slightly different direction and you can solve a new problem. And that's what's really cool about this, is once you get to the point where you can sort of confidently improvise and you have enough confidence that if you do screw something up, that you're going to be able to find a way out again. that's the magic tipping point where you can start really sort of building stuff, because you think less about the process and more about the results you want, and you figure out the process along the way. So it's been nice. It's taken me probably about a year of doing stuff is where I started to feel like I was getting into that zone. So it's only the past 6 months or so that I've sort of felt like whatever it is I'm doing, I'll figure out how to do it one way or another. Sometimes it does mean sort of going off and searching for ways that other people have done it, but a lot of the time it's just inventing a thing. So I've made lots of other little jigs as well to do things. I can show you another one I made yesterday. Actually, this was the day before yesterday. So after I cut the wood from that leg down to size, I needed to make the edges perfectly flat to glue them together, and doing that is called jointing. And the way I did that was making a jointing jig, and lots of people have made these, but I just kind of came up with my own design for this one. It's very simple. It's just got a couple of bolts through there. I've sort of carved out with a chisel little gap there, so this is not raised, not proud of the plywood. Same on the other end. A couple of hold down clamps. Got a little handle there to push it through. You clamp your wood in place. This lines up perfectly flat against the fence on the table saw, which means that when you cut, anything along here is going to be in line with the saw perfectly as well. So you can take an irregularly shaped piece of wood, clamp it down, run it through this, and you get a perfectly straight edge, which is what you need when you want to do a glue up to make a panel. So lots of people have made these. They all look very similar. This one's mine. That's it. But I didn't need to think about making